God bless you. Today's word is about the relationship between pride and the fear of failure. When you think about the fear of failure, you rarely think about pride or arrogance or anything like that. But the Lord spoke to me this morning and He was telling me that a lot of His people are locked in the fear of failure because of their own personal pride. And so the root of the fear of failure for a lot of people is that you don't want to be seen below your best ability. And the way that impacts your relationship with God is when He tells you to do something that you've never done before or you've never seen before. He tells you to step out and just trust Him with something. You think about, what if you mess up? And how people are going to perceive you, how people are going to look at you if you mess up. And if, if I pray for somebody to be healed and it doesn't work, then what are they going to think about me? Okay, if I start school and then, I fail, what is my family going to think? What are my parents going to think? When it comes to pride and arrogance, right, aren't always the same thing. So when we think about pride, we think about, this feeling or sense of inferiority toward other people, but pride is really ultimately about, it just points back to self. And so pride can deceive us into being led by the spirit of fear and not by the spirit of God. And because God is a God who's going to tell you to do things that are bigger than you, that are greater than you, that require His strength and His ability for them to manifest and to flow in your life. And so God is always going to tell you to step out of the boat and walk on water. And He's always going to bring you into places that seem dangerous as you walk into the deep. And so you can't be afraid of what people will think or how it will look. We have to literally be like Jesus, who made Himself of no reputation. The reason why we are open to this root of pride that causes us to fear is that because we have so much value in our reputation, we have so much value in how people see us, we have so much value in what people think about us, and we have placed all of our value in what people think about us, so much so that we are less concerned with what God thinks about us. So we'd rather be accepted by people than to be accepted by God. And we're comfortable being accepted by people in our lives who don't even mean well for us. We're okay with being accepted by colleagues or friends or family members or even enemies, right? We're okay with being accepted by them, but we're comfortable being rejected by God because we reject Him. And so that is not a good thing for us. We have to make ourselves of no reputation where we literally get joy from pleasing God, right? Where our source of affirmation, our source of satisfaction is God and Him alone. And everything else is an amenity. It's a great benefit, but it's not our source. And so we have to walk in the love of God. And the love of God is going to cause us to tear down those walls of pride, tear down our attempt to try to live for our reputation, and to now live to uphold the reputation of the Christ. So let's abandon ourselves and move into the future.